If you want past papers and study notes, visit allpastpapers.com. allpastpapers.com. Past papers and study notes. Let's take a look. 2.1.1. Given the infinite geometric series, or the infinite, depending on how you pronounce it, showed that t is equals to minus 2. So we know that it is geometric. If it is indeed geometric, then that would imply that t3 over t2 should be equals to t2 over t1, because we have a common ratio. If it was arithmetic, we would have t3 minus t2 being equals to t2 minus t1. But anyway, let's take a look. So t3, that is t plus 4, divided by t2. t2 is t minus 2. That is equals to t2, which is t minus 2, divided by t1, which is t plus 10. So we cross multiply, we get t minus 2 squared rather, being equals to t plus 4, and then t plus 10. So t minus 2 squared will be t squared minus 4t plus 4, being equals to t squared, and then plus 10t plus 4t, that is plus 14t, and then 4 multiplied by 10, that is plus 40. So t squared and t squared cancels out. We get minus 18t is equals to 36. So t is indeed equals to minus 2. So there we go. That is 2.1.1 out of 3. So I don't think I did too much there for 3 marks. And then 2.1.2 show that the value of t25, or calculate the value of t25. Write your answer in the form tn is equals to b to the x. Okay, so what do we need? We need a. What is a? A is equals to t plus 10. So a is equals to minus 2 plus 10. A is equals to 8. Okay, we need r as well, right? So that we can have the formula and calculate t25. R is t minus 2 over t plus 10, right? So that will be minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus 10. So is that minus 4 divided by 8, and then is that minus 1 over 2? Seems like it. So we have tn being equals to a, which is 8, multiplied by r, which is minus 1 over 2 to the n minus 1. So if you take a look at the form which we're interested in, we have one base, which is b, but we have 8 and minus 1 over 2. So we need to write 8 as minus 1 over 2, obviously. Right. So where do we start? Let's take a look. So tn is equals to, so we can say minus, and then we put minus 8 here, and then minus 1 over 2 to the n minus 1. This is still completely fine, because minus multiplied by minus 8 is just 8, right? So we're still on the right track. We haven't done anything wrong. And then we're going to substitute 25 as we move forward. Let's just carry on with what we're doing here. So minus 8. So this is minus 1 over 2 to the power 3. Let me just verify that with my calculator. So minus 1 over 2 to the power 3 is minus 1 over 8. So let me try minus 3 there. It gets confusing sometimes, all these things work. Minus 3 will give us minus 8. So yeah, so that is completely fine. We're supposed to write minus 8 as minus 1 over 2, everything to the minus 3. Minus 1 over 2 to the power n minus 1. Same base. If we have the same base, we can add the exponents. So minus 1 over 2 minus 3 plus minus 1, that is going to be minus 4, right? Minus 4 plus n. So we are going somewhere. So T25 will therefore be equals to minus 1 over 2, and then what? Minus 4 plus n. So that is minus 4 plus 25, right? So T25 is equals to minus 1 over 2 minus 4 plus 25. That is 21, right? But again, sub that in my calculator and see if I've simplified correctly. So this gives me 1 over 2097, so on and so on. Now I need to substitute 25 there and see what happens. If I get the same thing, I'm confident I've simplified correctly. 1 over 207, I get the same thing. So I'm confident that I've written it in the form that I need to. That is 2.1.2. 2.1.3, calculate the sum of the infinite series. Infinite. So S infinite is equals to A divided by 1 minus R. A is 8, if I remember correctly. Yes, and R is 1 minus 1 over 2. So S infinity. Let's see, 8 divided by 1 plus 1 over 2. That is 16 over 3. So 16 over 3 seems to be the sum to infinity. That is 2.1.3. Let's take a look at 2.2. I've been doing this kind of questions a lot of recent times as we were preparing for the final exam. But anyway, stories 2.2.1, we have the sigma notation there. Write down the difference between T6 and T14. The question says write down. I actually cannot write down. I have to calculate. I don't know if write down implies that you must just write your answer, like no need for a calculation, or calculating is prohibited. I don't know if that's what it implies, but I get the answer when I calculate. I don't know about just writing it down. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments. Maybe there's something I'm missing. So obviously I said, okay, the difference between T6 and T14. Okay, T14 minus T6. When I look at this, I can tell that it is arithmetic, right? So I have A plus 13D minus A plus 5D. Sticking to the basics here. Sticking to the basics. So T14 minus T6 will be equals to A minus A cancels out. So we have 13D minus 5D, which will be 8D. So the difference between T6 and T14 is 18D. So can I find D? Therefore, can I find D? So I thought, okay, P is equals to K. Obviously, I cannot start from the bottom because I don't have the bottom number. But I can start from the top. I can start from 117 and then move to 116. Right, so you can do that. But it is becoming apparent to me that you can also substitute 1 and 2 in place of P and find the same difference that you would find between 117 and 116. But because I have 117 and 116, let me just use them. I think it's completely unnecessary. You can just use 1 and 2, but anyway, let's carry on. So T117 minus T116 should give us D. Right, the difference between T117 and T116 should be D. So 4 multiplied by 117 minus 1 minus 4 multiplied by 116 minus 1 should be equals to D. So let me put that in my calculator. 4117 minus 1, 467. Okay, let's stick to the basics. 467 minus 2 sloppy. 467 minus 4 multiplied by 116 minus 4 multiplied by 116 minus 1. That is 463, and that is equals to D. So what's the difference there? The difference is 12. So 4 is equals to D. So now T14 minus T6 will be equals to 8 multiplied by 4. 8, 16, 32. There we go. 2.2.1. Calculate the value of K. Right. So we are given the sum. We know the difference. Let's just start by writing that down. So we have the sum, which is 26675. We know the difference, which is 4. So if we wanted to calculate the sum and we had the difference, what else would we need? We would need A, the first term. Can we find the first term? Yes, we can, because the first term is 4K minus 1. We substitute K in place of P. So we have A, we have the difference. We don't have the number of terms, but we know that the number of terms is equals to the top number, all right, 117, minus the bottom number, K, plus 1. So N is equals to 118 minus K. So I can set up my equation, therefore, Sn is equals to, I'm thinking, N over 2 multiplied by 2A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D. Or plus L, where L is the last term. I think that is the easier way of doing it, because I know that the last term is 467. Okay, there we go. So 26675 is equals to N, which is 118 minus K over 2 multiplied by 2A. So that is 2. A is 4K minus 1, and the last term is 467. Right. So this is the idea. This is the logic in this question. So the last thing that we have to do is to actually solve for K, of which, for the sake of time, K is equals to 21. That is actually what you're supposed to get. I think I'm making a mistake with the formula here. Is it supposed to be 2A plus L, or is it supposed to be A plus L? I think it's actually supposed to be A plus L when we use L, right? Because let's think about it. We have 2A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D. I'm mixing concepts here, so let me just use 2A, right? Mixing concepts. 2A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D, because I don't have the formula sheet. I do have the question paper next to me, so let me actually check. Okay, on the question paper we have the formula that says 2A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D. Okay, so let me just use that. So the sum is 26675, and then N is 118 minus K over 2 multiplied by 2. A is 4K minus 1, and then plus N minus 1. N is 118 minus K, and then minus 1 multiplied by the difference, which is 4. Is the difference 4? 4? Yes, multiplied by the difference, which is 4. Yeah, so let's use that instead. And then still we are solving for K, of which K should be close to 21. We're going to get two values of K. We're going to get 21 and minus 30 something over 2. And obviously we have to take K is close to 21 because we don't have a negative position. But that is question 2. Not too bad. What about question 3? Submarine. What is happening? Let's do it in the next video. Past question papers, and very cool study materials. Study materials that I use when I need to revise these concepts. All pastpapers.com. If you like this video, you will definitely love my course. Go ahead and click the link on my bio and you will land on this page. You will not only find past exam questions, but introduction videos where I break down complex concepts into small pieces that are easy to digest. It is very important in grade 12 to stay ahead of your teacher, and this is what this course is for. It's very easy to navigate through the course as videos are arranged into collections. You can clearly see that we have electrostatics, work energy and power, Doppler effect, so on and so on. Do you maybe need help with study tips and creating your own timetable? We can talk about that inside the course and I can help you out. It doesn't even take a minute to join. Can't wait to hear from you.